Hello everyone, my name is Sohail Zafar. Welcome to the live stream at Snowflake Summit. With me is Matt Walker from Simon Data, who's the co-founder and CTO of Simon Data. With that, Matt, why don't you tell us about you and Simon Data?
Yeah, so I've been working with data at scale for my entire professional career, since the pre-Hadoop days even, working with symmetric multiprocessing at Pervasive Software. Then moved on to working at Adtuitive and Etsy, which acquired us using Hadoop, and then finally wound up working with event stream processing on top of a custom-built system in Cassandra at Apple. And really took a lot of my learnings from that and brought it with me to Simon, where we actually bring data to life for marketing teams, which is something I feel like we did not do effectively while we were at Etsy. We sort of underserved the marketing team while working on Etsy's big data platform.
Got it. Cool. So tell us a little bit about how you guys are leveraging Snowflake and what do you like about it?
Yeah, so our Snowflake story starts pre-Snowflake even. We founded in about 2015. We initially brought Snowflake on as a mechanism for performing our reporting suite, like the backing store to the analytical reporting, but it was very quickly that we found out that it could do much more than that. And so we soon deployed it for ETL, for even user-facing applications like our unified customer profile viewer. And it really became a very widely adopted technology through a grassroots wave through our engineering team because it was so easy to work with and it had such range in the functionality that it could support. And at that time, when a big chunk of what we were doing was really integrating data, getting data from many different data sources, bringing it together into a customer profile, and then exporting that data into marketing channels, the bidirectional data sharing was just critical for us because it meant that we could securely pull data into Simon and then once we had performed our marketing execution, push it back out to the cloud data warehouse.
Very cool. That's awesome. Snowflake you're able to leverage it so effectively and make your customers happier. Moving forward, so you're also building a Snowflake native app. Can you elaborate on when you decided different options, when you looked at different options such as building a connected app and a native app, what made you decide to leverage Snowflake native apps framework?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, we really started, as I said, long ago, pre some of Snowflake's newer capabilities, but we've kept a pace with a lot of the innovation that Snowflake's put out into the market. And I think that we started as a managed application, replicating data in, and then having to push data back. But we quickly found that adopting a more connected deployment was beneficial for both us and for our clients who are, already performing data centralization in their Snowflake instance. Native apps, we were sort of an initial pilot around the V1 framework. So we built a tool that could schematize data coming back from Shopify and SendGrid, which is great for us because it gets us into the format that we need it to be able to utilize it for marketing campaign execution. But we've also introduced a new V2 native app as well, and really happy with the updates to the framework and sort of our development experience as we've gone through the process of building our most recent native application, which is a native application that's targeted towards quality assurance in your identity model. So that's really something where you're trying to understand if your assumptions about the way your customer identity is structured hold true, if your data is of high quality, or if you're going to inadvertently cause downstream marketing issues because you have data QA issues.
Great. Thank you for sharing those insights. Actually, extrapolating a little bit on that same question, for other customers who are actually also looking to leverage native apps to get their applications in their hands of their customers efficiently and seamlessly, what would be some of the insights you would like to share?
Yeah, definitely. We have several lessons learned. I think one thing that we learned with the V1 framework was really trying to seek out that tight development loop. And so one trick was that you can effectively use Snowsight as a way to rapidly prototype some of the work that you then deploy into your native application. The V2 framework really improves greatly upon sort of the change management processes, versioning, the CI/CD pipeline, And as we moved from building our first app to our second, we found ourselves spending most of our time not on the actual development of the app, but on that CI/CD pipeline to really get our development loop as tight as we could possibly get it, so that we could iterate on the app rapidly and get it to shape for the summit, essentially.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Matt, for sharing your insights. What would be your message to customers who may be interested in learning more about Simon Data and the native app that you guys have built?
Yeah, definitely. So the Identity QA app is available in the native app marketplace right now, so I encourage you to go try that out. It's a really interesting app that has value independent of Simon and will let you understand if the way you think your customer identity is structured really is the way that it is structured, or if there are lurking data issues there. And then additionally, you can drop by the Simon booth. For Summit only, we're allowing free trials of our connected segmentation product, which is a really interesting connected app that we've released just recently in time for the Summit.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Matt, for sharing your experience. And with that, thank you everyone for listening to the live stream. If you want to learn more about native apps, please go to developer.snowflake.com, where you can find all the documentation and additional resources on how you can leverage the Snowflake native app framework to create native apps quickly and efficiently and make them available on Snowflake Marketplace. With that, thank you.